Hey everyone, it's Aaron Hughes from FuDog Group. In this video, I'm going to revisit a topic I've talked about a little bit in the past, and that is the work of a leader. The work of a leader. And when I say leader, I don't just mean the leader in a business. It could be a leader in a company, in a workplace setting. It doesn't even have to be a CEO. It could be like a manager or even a team leader at a lower level. But it could also be a leader in some other capacity too. For example, you might be a leader in your community, or most definitely you're a leader in your family. You're perhaps a leader in some other way too, perhaps in social media if you have a bunch of followers who are listening to you, but there's all these different areas where you might be a leader. And so in this video, I'm talking about the work of a leader, and just realize that I am talking about a leader in all these different arenas. I've been thinking about leadership a lot and having a lot of conversations about leadership because I think people hear about leadership a lot, about the necessity to be a leader, to step into leadership, to emulate leadership and adopt the characteristics of leadership. But I think we tend to talk about the characteristics of leadership as being like a few of these things, like vision casting, inspiring your team, motivating your team, like managing projects. There's a whole bunch of those types of things. And those are like components of leadership that are important. But I want to take like a step higher and ask myself, how can you be a great leader? And what holds people back from being a great leader? And I think there's one key thing. So when I look at the work of a leader, I would say that a leader has to make the hard decisions using as much of the best information that they possibly can, but knowing that it is never going to be the full picture. And based on that information, they make the hard decisions, and then they communicate those hard decisions the best they can, communicating out that they're doing it for the good of the organization, but knowing that not everyone is going to be happy with every decision. And so a leader, like the work of a leader, is to do these things, to make the best decisions that you can with limited information, communicate it out the best you can, but knowing that you won't make everyone happy. And that to me seems like the key work of a good leader. When a good leader can do those things, they can excel the organization or the, whatever you're leading. And I think also that's the reason why people are held back from success in leadership, because they can't make the hard decisions. Maybe they're reluctant to make a hard decision, or maybe they keep waiting for more information in order to make a decision, or maybe they communicate too much or not enough, or maybe they can't handle the feedback that they may get from someone who doesn't like their decision. But a good leader, a strong leader, makes the hard decision with the best information they possibly can, communicating it out as best as it makes sense to do so, and accepting the feedback that may result, because not everyone will be happy from that. That was a big part of my growth as a leader. I wanted to make good decisions, but I was reluctant to make hard decisions. I wanted to make decisions based on all the information, but there never is all the information. And then I wanted to make decisions that were for the good of the team and the organization and make everyone happy. That's where I really tripped up. But I've learned that you can't make everyone happy with every decision. And then, because I am kind of a people pleaser by nature, I also had a hard time accepting that sometimes people will be upset with you, even though you made the best decision that you could make in the situation. And so I think that's the real work of a leader. Yeah, it's all those other things that I mentioned: vision, motivation, inspiration, team building, project management, all these different things. And I'm going to do videos on many of those coming. But I think the real quality work of a leader, but also the challenge that people have that holds them back from being a great leader, is the ability to do what I just described. Make a hard decision with the best information you possibly can, communicate it out as in the best way that makes sense, and then accept the feedback consequences that will inevitably result from it. That's the work of a leader, something that a good leader needs to do every single day in every aspect of their work. And there's probably a whole bunch of those decisions that need to be made every single day. And I believe if you want to excel as a leader, and if I want to excel as a leader, then we need to elevate these skill sets, faster decisions, even on the hard stuff, and learning to make better decisions with as much information as we can, a best guess, an educated guess, but knowing it's not the complete picture. And then learning to communicate it as best we can, even if you can't share every detail. And then finally, just having the thick skin to accept the feedback and the confidence that you made the best decision you possibly could. I think that's a key part of leadership, and I don't think enough people are talking about it, and I think it's what holds people back from being a great leader. All right, tell me in the chat below, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? What do you think of that idea of leadership? Share in the chat. I can't wait to see your thoughts on this. All right, have a great day.